Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. Before we read Srimad Bhagavatam, let's invoke the blessing of the Lord. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namah Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So we have been reading Srimad Bhagavatam. We are at third chapter, and yesterday we finished 12th verse. Now it's 13th. Srimad Bhagavatam की जय, शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, शिला व्यासदेव की जय. अस्तमे मेरुदेवं तु नाभैर्जता उरु क्रमः दर्शयान् वर्तमान धीरानां सर्वाश्रमा namaskritam. Astame, the eighth of the incarnations. Meru Devyam tu, in the womb of Meru Devi, the wife of Nabhe, King Nabhi. Jataha, Jata, took birth. Urukramaha, the powerful Lord. Darshayan, by showing. Vartma, the way. Dhiranam, of perfect beings. Sarva, all. Ashrama, orders of life. Namaskritam, honored by. Translation. The eighth incarnation was King Rishabha, son of King Navi, and his wife Merudev. In this incarnation, the Lord showed the path of perfection, which is followed by those who have fully controlled their senses and who are honored by all orders of life. Purport. The society of human beings is naturally divided into 8 by orders and statuses of life, the 4 divisions of occupation, and 4 divisions of cultural advancement. The intelligent class, the administrative class, the productive class, and the laborer class are the 4 divisions of occupation. And the student's life, the householder's life, retired life, and renounced life are the 4 statuses of cultural advancement towards the path of spiritual realization. Out of these, the renounced order of life, or the order of sannyasa, is considered the highest of all. And a sannyasi is constitutionally the spiritual master for all the orders and division. In the sannyasa order also, there are 4 stages of upliftment towards perfection. These stages are called Kutichaka, Bahudaka, Parivarjaka Charya, and Paramhamsa. The Paramhamsa stage of life is the highest stage of perfection. This order of life is respected by all others. Maharaja Rishabha, the son of King Nabhi and Merudev, was an incarnation of the Lord, and he instructed his sons to follow the path of perfection by tapasya, which sanctifies one's existence and enables one to attain the stage of spiritual happiness, which is eternal and ever increasing. Every living being is searching after happiness, but no one knows where eternal and unlimited happiness is obtainable. Foolish men seek after material sense pleasure as a substitute for real happiness. But such foolish men forget that temporary so called happiness derived from sense pleasure is also enjoyed by the dogs and hawks. No animal, bird, or beast is bereft of this sense pleasure. In every species of life, including the human form of life, such happiness is immensely obtainable. The human form of life, however, is not meant for such cheap happiness. The human life is meant for attaining eternal and unlimited happiness by spiritual realization. This spiritual realization is obtainable by tapasya or undergoing voluntarily the path of penance and abstinence from material pleasure. Those who have been trained for abstinence in material pleasure are called dhira, or men undisturbed by the senses. Only these dhiras can accept the order of sannyas, and they can gradually rise to the status of Paramhamsa, which is adored by all members of society. King Rishabha propagated this mission, and at this last stage, he became completely aloof from the material bodily needs, which is rare stage not to be imitated by foolish men, but to be worshipped by all. Next, number 14. ऋषिभिर्यचितो भेजे नवम नवमं पार्थिवं वपुः दुग्धे माम् ओषधिर्विप्रास् तेनायं सा usattamah. Rishibhi by the sages. Yachitaha being prayed for. Bheje accepted. Navamam the ninth one. Parthivam the ruler of the earth. Vapu body. Dugdha milking. Imam all these. Oshadhi products of the earth. Vipraha O Brahmanas. Tena by. Ayam this. Sa he. Usattamaha beautifully attractive. O Brahmanas, in the ninth incarnation, the Lord, prayed for by sages, accepted the body of a king, Prithu, who cultivated the land to yield various produce, and for that reason the earth was beautiful and attractive. Purport. Before the advent of King Prithu, there was great havoc of maladministration due to the vicious life of the previous king, the father of Maharaj Prithu. The intelligent class of men, namely the sages and Brahmanas, not only prayed for the Lord to come down, but also dethroned the previous king. It is the duty of the king to be pious and thus look after the all around welfare of the citizens. Whenever there is some negligence on the part of the king in discharging his duty, the intelligent class of men must dethrone him. The intelligent class of men, however, do not occupy the royal throne because they have much more important duties for the welfare of the public. Instead of occupying the royal throne, they prayed for the incarnation of the Lord. And the Lord came as Maharaj Prithu. A real intelligent man or qualified Brahmanas never aspire for political post. Maharaj Prithu excavated many produces from the earth, and thus not only did the citizens become happy to have such a good king, but the complete sight of the earth also became beautiful and attractive. Next. Rupam sajagrahe matsyam chakshu sodhadhi संप्लवे नावी आरोप्य महिमह्यम् आपाद वैवास्वतं मनुम रूपम forms sa he jagre accepted Mathasyam of fish chakshusha udadi water samplave inundation navi on the boat arope keeping on mahi the earth mayam drowned in apat protected vaivasvatam vaivasvata manum manu the father of man. Translation: when there was a complete inundation after the period of Chakshusha Manu, the whole world was deep within water. The Lord accepted the form of fish, protected Vaivasvata Manu, keeping him up on a boat. According to Sri Purport, according to Sripad Sridhara Swami, the original commentator on the Bhagavatam, there is not always a devastation after the change of every Manu. And yet this inundation after the period of Chakshusha Manu took place in order to show some wonders to Satyavrata. But Sri Jiva Goswami has given definite proofs from authoritative scriptures like Vishnu Dharmotara, Markandeya Purana, Harivamsha, etc., that there is always a devastation after the end of each and every Manu. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti has also supported Srila Jiva Goswami, and he, Sri Chakravarti, also quoted from Bhagavad Tamrita about this inundation after each Manu. Apart from this, the Lord, in order to show special favor to Satyavrata, a devotee of the Lord, in this particular period, incarnated himself. Next. Sura Sura Nam Udadhim Matnatam Mandarachalam Dhadare Kamatharupena Prashtha Ekadase Vibhuhu Sura, the theist, Asura Nam of the atheist, Udhadim in the ocean, Matnatam churning, Mandarachalam, the Mandarachal hill, Dadhare sustained, Kamatha tortoise, Rupena in form of, Prashte shell, Ekadase the 11th in the line, Vibhuhu the great. Translation: the 11th incarnation of the Lord took the form of a tortoise, whose shell served as a pivot for the Mandrachal hill, which was being used as a churning rod by the theist and atheist of the universe. Purport: once both atheist and theist were engaged in producing nectar from the sea, so that all of them could become deathless by drinking it. At that time, the Mandrachala hill was used as churning rod, and the shell of Lord Tortoise, the incarnation of Godhead, became the resting place, pivot of the hill in the seawater. Next. Dhanvantaram Dwadashamam Trayodasamam Evacha Apayayat Suran Anyan Mohinyat Mohayan Sriyaha. Dhanvantaram, the incarnation of Godhead named Dhanvantari. Dwadasamam, the 12th in the line. Trayodasamam, the 13th in the line. Eva, certainly. Cha, and Apayat, gave to drink. Suran, the demigods. Anyan, others. Mohinya, by charming beauty. Mohiyan, alluring. Striya, in the form of a woman. Translation. In the 12th incarnation, the Lord appeared as Dhanvantri, and in 13th, he allured the atheist by charming beauty of a woman and gave nectar to the demigods to drink. Next. Chaturdasam Narasimham Vibhrad Datyendram Urjitam Dadara Dadara Karajay Urrav Irakam Katakridyatha. Chaturdasam, the 14th in the line. Narasimham, the incarnation of the Lord as half man, half lion. Vibrat, advented. Datyendram, the king of the atheist. Urjitam, strong built. Dadara, bifurcated. Karjahe, by the nails. Urav, on the lap. Irakam, canes. Katakrit, carpenter. Yatha, just like. In the 14th incarnation, the Lord appeared as Narsimha and bifurcated the strong body of the atheist Hiranyakashipu with his nails, just as carpenter pierces cane. Next, 19. Panchadasam Vamanakam Kritva Gad Advarambalehe Padatrayam Vyacha Manaha Pratyadi Sustri Pistapam. Panchadasam, the 15th in the line. Vamanakam, the dwarf Brahmana. Kritva, by assumption of. Agat, went. Advaram, arena of sacrifice. Balehe, of King Bali. Adtrayam, three steps only. Yachamanaha, begging. Pratya Aditsu, willing at her to return. Three Pistapam, the king of the three planetary system. Translation. In the 15th incarnation, the Lord assumed the form of a dwarf Brahmana, Vamana, and visited the arena of sacrifice arranged by Maharaj Bali. Although at heart he was willing to regain the kingdom of three planetary system, he simply asked for a donation of three steps of land. Purport. The Almighty God can bestow upon anyone the kingdom of the universe from a very small beginning, and similarly, He can take away the kingdom of the universe on the plea of begging a small piece of land. Next, 20. Avtare sodasame Pashyan Brahma Druho Nirpan Trisapta Kritva Kupito Ne Shastram Akaron Mahim. Avtare, in the incarnation of the Lord. Shodashame, the 16th. Pashyan, seeing. Brahma Druha, disobedient to the orders of the Brahmanas. Nripan, the kingly order. Trisaptaha, thrice 7 times. Kritvaha, had done. Kupitaha, being engaged. Nihi, negation. Satram, the administrative class. Akroth, did perform. Mahim, the earth. Translation. In the 16th incarnation of the Godhead, the Lord as Bhragupati annihilated the administrative class Kshatriyas 21 times, being angry with them because of their rebellion against the Brahmanas, the intelligent class. Purport. The Kshatriyas or administrative class of men are expected to rule the planet by the direction of the intelligent class of men, who give direction to the rulers in terms of the standard Shastras or the books of revealed knowledge. The rulers carry on the administration according to that direction. Whenever there is a disobedience on the part of the Kshatriyas or administrative class, Against the order of the learned and intelligent Brahmanas, the administrators are removed by force from the post, and arrangement is made for better administration. तथा सप्तदशे जातः सत्यावत्यं पराशरात् चक्रे वेदातरो साखा दृष्ट्वा पुंसो लुपामेधशाः ततः thereafter Saptadase in the 17th incarnation Jataha advented Satyavatyam in the womb of Satyavati Parasharat by Parashar Muni Chakre prepared Veda Taroho of desire tree of the Vedas Sakaha branches Drishtva by seeing Pumsa the people in general Alpa Medashaha less intelligent. Translation. Thereafter, in the 17th incarnation of Godhead, Sri Vyasadeva appeared in the womb of Satyavati through Parashar Muni, and he divided one Veda into several branches and sub-branches, seeing that the people in general were less intelligent. Purport. Originally, the Veda is one, but Srila Vyasadeva divided the original Veda into four, namely Sama, Yajur, Rig, and Atharva. And then again they were explained in different branches like Puranas and Mahabharata. Vedic language and subject matter are very difficult for ordinary man. They are understood by highly intelligent and self-realized Brahmanas. But the present age of Kali is full of ignorant men. Even those who are born by Brahmanas, Brahmana father, are in this present age no better than Shudras or the women. Twice born man, namely the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas, are expected to undergo a culturally purificatory process known as samskaras. But because of the bad influence of the present age, the so called members of the Brahmana and other high order families are no longer highly cultured. They are called Duja Bandhus, or the friends and families members of the twice born. But these Dvija Bandhus are classified amongst the Shudras and the women. Vyasadeva divided the Vedas into various branches and sub-branches for the sake of the less intelligent classes like Dvija Bandhus, Sudras, and the women. Okay, the next one is long, so we'll stop here. And 21st, 22nd, we'll do tomorrow. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Vyasadeva ki jai. So anybody has any question, correction, chastisement before we continue chanting? All right. If nothing else, we can wrap up. Thank you, dear devotees, for listening to me, and please forgive me if I have not recited properly. So now we'll stop here and continue chanting.